Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you from the Fortress of Solitude here on Old Norcross. This is this week's midweek update. Got a lot of wonderful things coming up as we roll into October, and want to start off today, first off, by asking you to join me in praying for all of those folks in Florida and for those in the islands where this Hurricane Ian has come through already, but is about to make what is being called a catastrophic landfall in Florida, and will certainly impact our weather later on this week. But we do want to lift our prayers to all of those in Florida, in Southwest Florida, who are going to be dealing with a really, really big storm, and praying for all of those emergency workers, uh, utility workers who will be going into the problem areas as they are able, as people are absolutely sure to lose their power. And we just pray for all of those that are in the path and have been in the path of this storm thus far. So I ask you to please join me in praying for them. Here at the church today, we've had significant movement down in the large fellowship hall area concerning two of the three HVAC units, the unit for the large foyer and the unit for the kitchen. And the kitchen is the one that's been out for quite a while, but both of those units are in process of being replaced and updated. So what a wonderful thing. I know that Keith Osborne, who does our work here at the church, has been down there all day today, and I want to again thank Hinton and John for their work that has been going on with this project as well. Good things coming there in the large fellowship hall area. So grateful for that. All right, I don't want to take up a lot of your time, but I do want to just let you know of some important stuff that's going on. Uh, the first thing is this coming Sunday, October 2nd, is World Communion Sunday. Uh, as not as part of that, but in addition to World Communion Sunday, we'll have our nominating committee meeting following worship in the Faith Journey Sunday School classroom. Carol will be contacting uh, folks who were sent letters that received nominations to get their responses, so we can meet again on Sunday, and that slate of folks will be the ones we present to the board uh, in our October board meeting, who will then go on to the congregation for approval for our congregational meeting, which is going to be a lot earlier this year than it normally is. Our annual congregational meeting, where we will vote for the 2023 proposed budget, and on those folks who have been nominated and sent through the board for the congregation's approval for officers, elders and deacons, deaconesses, as well as board chair, vice chair, secretary, and treasurer. All of that's going to be happening on the first Sunday in November. So you might want to go ahead and mark your calendars now for that. Normally, we have that meeting in December, but the bylaws allowed us to move it up. And since we moved our board meetings, this is actually going to be really great to go ahead and have that meeting in November. So lots to get to before then, but I just wanted to make you aware of that. Mark your calendar, board members and congregation members, please. First Sunday in November for the board meeting. But so, and speaking of that, at 5 o'clock this coming Sunday, we'll have our last budget discussion meeting. We'll have it in the small fellowship hall. So at 5 o'clock, we'll be putting the final touches on a proposed budget that will be presented to the board on Sunday, October 9th. Well, actually 1 week from this Sunday. So a lot coming up in a short period of time. I was saying we could just get through homecoming, but on the other side of homecoming, there's a lot still going on. So grateful to be here and be a part of it. Okay. Also, our board meeting, the final board meeting for 2022 will be a week from this coming Sunday on October 9th at 2 o'clock in the small fellowship hall. That'll be the meeting where the board um, uh, gives its approval for the proposed budget and the slate of officers and nominees for elders, deacons, and deaconesses to be pushed on to the board, to push to the congregation the first Sunday in November. So that meeting is coming up a week from this Sunday. A lot of stuff coming up The other two things that are happening this month are, of course, the Fall Festival on the 22nd, Saturday the 22nd. Jennifer has a great article in the insert for this week. All of the vendor slots are filled, and we'll have food options, dessert options. Just it's looking like it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful event, and I can't wait to be there and be a part. And really be the face that helps Carol Hansen sell her jam. She thinks it's because her jam is so yummy, but really it's the presence of the minister at her booth that gives people confidence when they go to buy her jam. But don't tell her that. But anyway, that's coming up on the 22nd. And then on the 30th, Sunday night, October 30th, we'll have our annual trunk or treat. I created an event on Facebook yesterday, sent out some invites to some folks. It's a public event, so it's across Facebook for people to see. Um, what we need from you is candy and trunks. We asked for candy. We know that the folks that are bringing trunks, most of you will provide your own candy, but some of you may not be able to. But we asked for candy so that when we run out, and by the way, we did last year, we ran out of candy. I had to make two runs last year during the trunk or treat. One was for more hot dog buns and hot dogs, and the other was for more candy. We actually had such a wonderful response last year, we ran out of stuff. So, and I'll tell you about the hot dogs in a minute. So, there is a container down in the small fellowship hall marked for trunk or treat candy. Even if you're not going to be able to be with us on that night, if you could go out and buy some candy and just bring it to the church and leave it there, that would be wonderful. That would be absolutely awesome if you could do that. And then when we run out, and then I'll be glad to make another run to Publix if we need to get some more candy. We're also gonna, and this is due to the generosity of the men's Sunday school class and their wives who come and others who come to help them. We're gonna have grilled hot dogs available again this year for those that come. So it won't be all sweets. There'll be some actual food there as well. So again, looking forward to it. It will be outside, weather permitting. If we have to move it inside, that's not a problem. We'll have it in the large fellowship hall, but we're really praying and hoping that the weather will be a-okay on that Sunday night. One last thing that I'll remind you of is the birthday card drive for our shut-ins. We've got one shut-in, Cal Warlick, who has a birthday in October, and we have another shut-in, Jean Larock, whose birthday is in November. And Cheryl wrote a very nice article in this week's insert, which will be going out very soon. And of course, you can pick it up on Sunday when you come, encouraging us and inviting us to shower our shut-ins with these cards. Shut-ins can often get lost in the mix. Sometimes, usually, the only person they hear from is maybe the minister or their Sunday school teacher, their former Sunday school teacher, or whatever, or maybe just one or two of their friends. And if we're not careful, they can get lost in the shuffle. So, one of the ways we can keep them a part of our family, a part of our community here, is to shower them with cards. And so, I hope you'll do that. I hope you'll bring your cards. If you don't bring the cards here, you can mail those. You can mail those yourself. And one other thing, Cheryl mentions this in her article as well. The aluminum tabs that we collect for the Ronald McDonald House were taken down to the Disciples Women's Retreat this past weekend at St. Simon's. But she's encouraging us. Let's kick that back up. Let's bring in those tabs again. So everybody that drinks out of the can, bring them on in. And there's shelf in the worship closet in the narthex that you can, if you just open the door right there on the left, there's a place in there for you to put those. And I know that Cheryl will appreciate it, and I know those that are touched by the ministry of Ronald McDonald House will do that as well. Okay, I think that's it. I know I've left out probably 100 things, but this is enough for now. I don't want to make these videos too long, but I do want to check in with you and just let you know how much I love you and I'm praying for you. And thank God for each of you and just excited to see the very good things that God is doing and will continue to do here on Old Door Cross. God bless. Have a good day.